I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty.
What's up, Savage Boss Babes and Dudes? It's Diana inside the Savage Studios once again with a very special guest, another fellow Savage Boss Babe. Congratulations. You were just nominated and won Savage Boss Babe of the Week just a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations, Maria.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is a pleasure and so excited.
Nice. Hey, well, you weren't nominated just because. I mean, you were nominated because you are truly, truly killing it at what you're doing. And that section really focuses on letting women know, you know, hey, you're doing really good at whatever it is at your project or whatever you're focused on at the moment. And other people are seeing it. And this whole concept of having your own business, and not only is it your own business and what you live off, but you're also helping other people. That is so cool because, you know, not a lot of people who think about, oh, I want to have my own business, incorporate that concept of, I want to have my own business, but I want to help other people. And I think that's what makes you stand out. So why don't you introduce yourself and explain a little bit about how Maria's Meal Preps was born?
Okay, so I started back in 2019 and it was something that I had done. Me and my husband, we would always be into like meal prepping, making sure that we were staying active, we would work out, and it would just make the whole like staying on a healthy track a lot easier. We got pregnant and I started working real estate. So that's when I was just like, you work commission when you do that. So there was times where like, obviously you don't sell, you don't make money. So then my boss was like, you meal prep? Like we're all gaining a lot of weight. Like what if you meal prep for us? And I was like, really? And I was like, okay, like I'll meal prep for you guys. So there was about 6 people on our team and everybody started buying meal preps from me. And at this point I was probably about 6 months pregnant. So I already had a little pancita, like she was already kicking and everything. And I was there cooking, working at the office Monday through Friday, doing open houses on the weekends. And then I started a Facebook page. My husband was like, why don't you just like sell to more people if you're already selling to 5? And I was like, I'm shy. Like, what if people don't like my food? And he's like, you're good. Like, just eat it. Like, I love your food. So I started off like that. I made a Facebook and then I started off with like 15 customers. And that was like meal prepping. So my husband was a delivery service. So he was like, I can deliver to them. Like, I can have my driver do all the deliveries. You worry about cooking. So we kind of became like a little team. Thank God, because now everything's like delivering. So that's how it started. And then I had people post pictures of them losing weight. And that's what really got me like really motivated into pursuing it a little bit more. So that's when I decided, like, my daughter was born. I didn't want to go back to the office. I wanted to be at home with her, but I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. So I continued my small business and put real estate off to the side. And I feel like that was probably the best choice I had made for myself. I'm my own boss and I get to be with my daughter, make my own schedule. I have learned a lot about like promoting and networking. There's times where like, of course, every small business owner feels like, oh my God, like where is this really taking me, you know? But I just feel like the sky's the limit and I've been busting my butt to make sure that I stay on top of it, don't get discouraged. And ever since then, I feel like I'm a lot more confident with what I do. And I just feel like people see what I'm doing and then they get ideas like, well, what am I good at? Like, maybe I should start my own like Instagram page and see if people want to buy from me, because it's all just like a thought. And now I see so many people doing meal prep, so many people doing like t-shirts and like little things like that, where it makes me happy to see people like pursue something that makes them happy. And if you continue at it, it'll get you somewhere if you just never give up. So.
And before this, did you ever have in mind entrepreneurship or being your own, being a business owner? Had that ever crossed your mind before even doing real estate?
No.
I mean, were you a lover of the kitchen? Did you always like to cook?
I grew up seeing my parents. They owned a restaurant when I was little, like my whole life. So my mom's always cooked. My dad's always cooked. Growing up, me and my siblings, we worked with them. So my sister was a waitress. My brother was a cashier. I was old enough not old enough legally to work, but I was there help, Mexican restaurants, Mexican family.
Everybody
works. So I was there on the weekends. All my friends would be at Fiesta, Texas, and I was there helping my parents. And they always told me, like, there's really good money in the restaurant industry, like, but I hated it. I was, like, so angry that I had to work on the weekends. And
I was just going to say, what did you hate about it?
That I couldn't be with my friends.
Because how old were you at this point?
I was 12.
Aww.
12, 15.
Una bebecita.
Yeah, but I was like, I hate being here. And people would see me and they'll be like, Kirmi has some money. So I'm like, okay. But I've always learned to work for my money and save money. And that really taught me how to grow up very quickly. So I've always been very, like, responsible with bills and things like that, just because I was making money at such a young age that I was just learning to, like, do productive things with it, I guess. So seeing my parents back then, I hated it, and now they laugh at me because they see me slaving over the stove and cooking, making salsa cups, making ranch cups, like, and that was what I would help them do, like, make the little salsita cups for the to-go tacos.
Yeah.
And now I'm over here cooking my life away, and my mom is, like, so happy. She's like, I knew that you had a passion for it. Like, look at how much you've grown in 2 years. So I'm glad they're able to see it happening, and I hated it then, and now this is what I'm doing for a living.
So are they in there helping you too? I mean, who's your support system?
Of course, my family, my parents, my husband's side of the family, they help me out a lot. Whenever I need extra hands, everyone's, like, willing to help. Right now, we are renting a kitchen that I used to cook, so everyone has to have a food handler's license, a permit to be able to touch and handle food. So I only have my mom and my husband's grandma that are licensed right now to help me. So they're the ones that will come in if I'm, like, in the weeds and need help and I have a cutoff time that I need to be out of the kitchen. They'll come in and, like, help me while my dad and my husband take the baby to the park or do something with her. But yeah.
Shout out to mom and grandma.
Yes. I love you guys. Couldn't do it without you.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Having the support of your family, your mother, your husband is definitely, essential. I think in any case, any type of business that you're trying to launch, your support system is definitely 100% needed.
Yeah.
Owning a small business is definitely, and you know what? Let's not say you have to have people helping you, because there's a lot of people who don't have that support system and still get it done.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes it easier.
Yes. Less stressful for sure.
Yeah.
There is days where it's really stressful where I don't have help because everyone else has a life that they have things going on too. So for them to stop what they're doing to come and help me, they always tell me like I see something good coming from this. Like, don't give up. So that kind of gives me a little bit more confidence and don't feel as bad for asking for help, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because sometimes I'm like, it's Friday. Like, I know you guys want to go have fun and do something, but they're going out of their way to, like, be there for me and what I'm doing right now. So,
and taking it back to that moment where you found yourself not wanting to go back to work. So you're like, okay, the light bulb turns on of these meal prepping clients that you have, and you're like, okay, maybe this can turn into a business. What were your first maybe fears? Were there fears in the beginning?
Yes, of course. I was like, what if people stop ordering, or like this happens, or, you know, they're just not happy and people just start dropping, which is any business.
Yes.
But I just always try to stay positive. And if there's an issue with like a delivery problem or something like that, like I try my best to be like, get on top of it and, you know, offer a discount code or whatever I can do to make their delivery service a lot better for the next experience, which we all come across like different issues. So that's something that I've learned along the way because it's been 2 years of me doing this. So
Take me back to those early days. What were some of your first challenges that you had to overcome?
Getting everything in order. So learning what was taking the longest to do, to be able to be done on time, to have
time management, for example.
Time management was the number one key for me. Like, I was all over the place. I was getting overwhelmed because as my business grew, so did my orders. So that's a lot more work. Learning how to make sure that I had all the correct items that I needed and amount of vegetables, produce, like any produce, meat. So that way I wasn't wasting time running back to the store. That was the number one issue for me as my business grew, was learning like how many pounds of chicken do I need for these many plates? How many zucchinis do I need? Things like that. So I started writing down notes to make sure that I knew this many zucchinis took this many meals to make. This much chicken made this many meals. So that way when I know I have double that, to double my numbers of what I'm buying. Just so that way I'm not spending money and losing money on produce and not wasting time on running to the store and coming back, which that was like, it took me about like 4 months to learn how to like stay on track and make sure that I wasn't overspending or throwing things away.
I think I read a post the other day, and I don't remember the exact words, but it was something about, yes, I can shine bright and be a hustler and be an independent woman and this and that, but that doesn't mean that just because of what I have going on, I can't send a shout out to you or talk about your business or anything like that. It's not going to take anything away from me. I'm not going to be less than, or, it's not going to do anything to me if I highlight you too. And I thought that was so cool. Like I said, I don't remember the exact words, but that's what the message that I got was, that it's not going to, it's not going to take away anything from me if I highlight you and what you've got going on and what you're doing.
I agree.
Al contrario, it's going to build us both up.
Yes.
Why? Because it builds a relationship. You might introduce me to, I don't know, somebody who's going to help me build up my business. Yes. I might introduce you to somebody that's going to become your client. You just never know. And I think that a lot of people, sadly, don't have that mentality and don't think of those concepts when they start thinking, oh, pero me va a robar la idea. Me va a quitar la idea. Me va a quitar. I don't know what it is.
But there's always people watching. They pick at your brain without you even noticing. They follow you on social media. They see what you're doing.
Yeah. They never like anything, but they're always seeing your posts.
And then they go and they copy your idea because they think it's easy. Everybody sees what you post on social media. So of course you're going to post the glamour, the easy, the pictures, but nobody sees the hours that you put into your work. No one puts in the labor that you put in. And then when they try to do it, they realize
the long nights, early mornings.
This is not as easy as she makes it seem on social media. It's really not that easy. It's just your mindset. You mentally have to be prepared to go to sleep late, wake up early, lose time with your family to focus on your small business. So those are things that people don't see and know, because of course you're not going to post I'm tired. I haven't slept in 12 days because I've been working and stressing about work. You're going to post oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because you're not going to post the negative things.
Yeah.
No one wants to see the negative things.
Which we shouldn't even be afraid to share either.
True.
I mean, especially talking about Instagram, that's one of the main social media outlets that we've been talking about. The stories. I feel like, and I've told other people who ask me about social media, I've told them, listen, the feed, it's going to be, it needs to be pretty glamorous. You've got to think about the lighting. You've got to think about the camera shots and the type of camera that you use and all this and that. But your stories go away in 24 hours. And I'm like, that's where you should post all the behind the scenes.
That's true.
Because people want to know. I mean, there's some people who are just on your following you or whatnot to see what you're doing and try to steal something or try to copy something, you know, or whatnot. But there's also people on there who really do admire what you're doing and wish they could do what you're doing. And there's just that, maybe that little fear holding them back. And when they see, for example, in your stories, like, oh my gosh, I had a hard time finding such and such produce.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my gosh, the chicken, you know, is really super expensive this week. Like, what the heck? Or stuff like that, you know, they're going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Literally, that was me last week. I was like, $2.89 a pound for chicken breast. Like, and that's because I get like the premium high quality one. And I was just like, oh my God. Si hubiera subido like el precio on the website, then I would have been okay. But my price is already set.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm going to take an L on that this week, you know? And those are things that obviously customers don't know, especially with like salmon. Salmon's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And like,
no, y cállate, si compras orgánico,
yes,
peor.
Organic is more expensive. And I like to use fresh ingredients too. I don't like to use the frozen veggies that you can buy at freaking Sam's or something. Like, I like to peel, fresh, wash, dice, bake, or, you know, like grill the veggies. But those are things like, yeah, like you said, like the prices go up and you don't realize it because that week, I guess there was a shortage on carrots. So the carrots doubled. Or you can't find like this certain thing you're looking for because it's sold out everywhere. So yeah, that's true. You do face things like that. And those are things that I'm on the go. So I'm just like, let's go. Like, let's get this. It's not here. Let me go to like 10 different stores to find it. Because at the end of the day, like I have my orders I need to fulfill. So, but yeah. Maybe.
And you mentioned doing everything fresh, for example, and everything is peeled. Everything is washed. You know, you do everything. Your hands are in all this. In the preparation of each meal, what else do you think that people who are wanting to start their own business or have an idea, what else can they do to help them stand out? Because you need that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it before, there's so many people doing meal prep or t-shirt business or whatever. And you need to be able to stand out. What do you think that people who want to start their business need to focus on when they have this idea?
Something that they believe in. So I believe organic, fresh produce is the best. That's what I stick to. I don't like to use processed food or like the salmon is fresh salmon. I literally cut it. It's not frozen and it's not like in those sealed packages that are like marinated already. Like I make my own rubs. I make my own seasonings. But that's just the style of cooking that I enjoy doing.
So we could say you like to pay attention to detail.
Yes. And presentation is key for me. So I like my food to look pretty because pretty food makes people want to eat it. And that's just, I got that from my mom. My mom.
Well, I mean, you do eat through your eyes first.
Yes.
And with that, I think I can kind of start chiming in on how we even first connected. So
yes.
I think you came to the trailer first.
Yes. Because I love coffee. Like me and my mom, my sister, like my family, we're all like coffee lovers. So me and my sister love to try like taco trucks. Like we support local, both of us. So we always go to like little cute places that we see pop up on Instagram. And I'm like, let's go try this place. Let's go try that place. And I told my sister, and I was like, I'm going to go try this coffee place. It's so cute. It's called Savage. And she was like, let me know how you like it. I was like, they're Mexican-inspired lattes. And she was like, oh, like, yo quiero ir. Like, vamos. And that day she couldn't come for some reason. So I was like, I'm still going to go. And I went, and I was like, it was so good. I hyped you up on my Instagram, on my Snapchat.
Which one did you try? Do you remember?
Was it the Tommy latte? Yes, the Tommy latte is my favorite. And then the croissant with like the fruit and the Nutella. Yeah. I always get the same thing. I'm like, I was like, I want the puff, the Savage puff, right?
Yes.
And then the Tommy latte.
Yeah, those are two of our very
popular
stars.
Ones. Yeah.
They're like the stars of the trailer,
yeah.
The Tommy latte and the Savage puff. But so then I think you posted about us or shared us on a story or something. And as I do try to do with everyone that follows me, you know, goes and consumes my products and stuff like that, I follow you back. And I I don't know if it was your personal page or I can't remember exactly, but it was I finally landed on the meal prep page, right? So I start looking through the food and I start scrolling, and mind you, like a week before that, I had been stressing so much because with the trailer, I did not have time. With the trailer, my kids they weren't even in school because it was still summer break. I just had so much going on that I was stressing because I didn't have enough time to work out and to eat clean. And I mean, we both know that if you're not eating right, you can work out all day long, all night long, 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's not going to matter. If you're not eating right, if you're not putting good food into your body, it's not going to do any good to you. So I was just really discouraged. I was feeling really discouraged. So then along comes Maria's meal prep, and I start looking through the posts, and this is no lie.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, this food looks so good. Yeah. I don't remember what was the very first post that I saw, but I was like, this food looks so good, so professional. And I'm getting hungry just looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and that's when I reached out. I sent her a DM. Hey, I'm looking for somebody to help me out with meal prepping. I don't have time, but I want to stay on track and I need your help.
Yes.
So that's where the connection sparked.
And some people just need like that little push, 'Cause sometimes you don't know that you're like, or you feel like you have to do everything. Like I have to meal prep for myself because I'm working out, but why not go with someone that's doing it for you instead of you wasting time to go shopping, prepping, washing dishes. Sometimes you end up spending more money buying groceries than what you would buying 10 meals, two for a day during the week. You know what I mean? Because groceries can get really expensive and you can get out of hand thinking you need more than what you really need. So the meal prepping is perfect. Like I've had so many customers are like, I didn't know I needed my meals prepped until I started ordering from you, and you've made my life so much easier. Like I don't even have to worry about washing dishes. My kids enjoy your meals. Like little kids enjoy my food too, which my daughter, I give her my meal preps too, and she eats everything. So I know they're healthy for adults and children, and pretty much anyone can eat them. But yeah.
And I think if there's somebody listening to us or watching us, because this will be on YouTube, for me, it was that, and you mentioned it yourself, it was that sense of feeling kind of guilty, like, but I should be able to do this myself. Like, seriously, I should be cooking my own food. I know how to cook. I've done it before. But I had to take myself back a little bit and be like, okay, pero ponte a pensar. What season, what season of your life are you living?
Yes.
I'm a mom. I have this small business that I just started. I have a house that I have to keep up with too. I have my mother and my grandmother that I help and I care for. I have a lot on my plate. Like I shouldn't feel guilty and I shouldn't be ashamed of asking for help when it comes to something like my eating, and I had to, and this is the way I reasoned it in my mind. I'm like, I buy myself, or there's other people who, for example, have a love of, I don't know, purses or whatnot, and they go and they spend money on that. And that's cool if you can. And I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody or anything. That's cool if you can. But maybe this is my luxury that I give myself, you know? That's the way I reasoned it. That's my luxury. I don't have the time. So I'm going to not stress about it, not shame myself for it, because I want to stay on track. I have goals. And just because I'm a mom, just because I'm a wife, because I have a business, that doesn't mean that I can't invest in myself sometimes.
Exactly.
Do you ever get clients like that who come to you and tell you those type of things?
Yes.
Or am I the only one?
No, there is. There is. And I was like that too. But it makes your life so much easier. Like today was my one day where I'm just like, I'm going to clean. I'm going to organize things that have been getting on my nerves for the past few weeks. So today was the day that I attacked those things. And, cleaning makes you hungry. So there I'm like starving. And I was like, I have my meal preps. Hello. So there I go, and I just warmed up one up, and I ate it, and I didn't feel bloated afterwards. I didn't feel like guilty because I went and grabbed McDonald's or a burger or whatever. Like I had a meal prep. I drank two water bottles, and I felt like good because I was like, okay, I had my water intake, and I had a meal that was a well balanced meal. So I felt great. Like, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Like making sure that your body feels good to continue doing what you need to do for the rest of the day. You don't want to eat and feel like I'm too full. Like I don't.
Or like you
I'm
have to
done
unbutton
cleaning.
your pants.
I'll finish cleaning tomorrow. Like no, like I cleaned, I did that, I took a shower, and here I am. Like let's go. Like the day keeps going. So
Yeah.
I needed something that was gonna keep me going with like energy, and that's like the main reason why I love what I do, because people send me messages and they're like, I'm so grateful for your meals. Like they're a blessing. Like I'm tired from work. Like I went to the gym. Like I have to cook. I have to get the kids ready for school tomorrow. And I just popped in a meal and I warmed it up and I was good to go. So it's convenient for a lot of people.
Yeah. I kid you not. I mean, this girl can cook.
Oh,
This girl can cook. Seriously. I do not like sometimes my husband will be like, hey, let's go out to eat. Like if we have a little break or something, like let's go get something to eat. And I'm just like, I'm craving your meals. Like I'm already thinking about, no, but I have my meals. Aww. I have my meals here in the refrigerator. I'm just like, no, you could go by yourself. Aww. I have my food. I'm like, I have my food. Or sometimes I'll be like, I'll share one of my meals with him. And now he's a fan too.
Oh, yay.
So I'm like, okay, you can have one of my meals. Go pick one, because I usually try to get several different kinds. And I'm like, okay, I'll share one of my meals with you.
Aww.
And so, but I don't even crave going out to eat or anything like that, because I know that what's in my refrigerator waiting for me is really good. It is. It's really, really good. So congrats for that.
Thank you.
And congrats on the new location.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, how exciting.
It was crazy. It's just crazy. Like life is awesome right now. Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
So there was a time where like I didn't feel good, right? And I just feel like it was just stress. Like I stress myself out all the time. So I told my husband, and I was like, I think I'm going to go get an IV because I need like vitamins or energy. Like I just felt low on energy. And then I had seen someone post them on Instagram, and I was like, I'm going to go try them out. So I went and I got the IV therapy that they offer there. And instantly, like, it was weird. Like, I just felt so much better. I felt like, I don't know, like energized, and I felt good. Like I had a headache going in there. When I walked out, I felt perfectly fine. Like I felt so good. I don't know if it was allergies or what that were kicking my butt, but I went in there, I tried it out, and they have a lot of small business cards. Like for small businesses, they let people put their cards there.
Okay.
And I was like paying, and I was like, oh, you let people put cards here? And I was like, I have cards in my car. Can I bring some? And the owner was working, and she was like, her name's Royce. She was like, yeah, of course. Like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I own my own meal prep service. Like, we've been in business since 2019. And she was like, no way. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, we have a cafe. We're looking for a meal prep business to bring in to work here with us. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, trying to stay cool. I was like, yeah.
But inside you were like,
no, I was literally crying inside. I was like, oh my God, just stay calm. I was like sweating.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, because I mean, I don't like to get my hopes up. I just go with the vibe. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to leave you some business cards, because I knew as soon as I left, they were going to look at my social media. They were going to look at my website. So I messaged her. She was like, how about we have a meeting one day? Like, you can come in or whatever. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be too much. So I just let a couple of days go by, and then I messaged her, and I was like, hey, whenever you and your husband are ready to meet, like, I'm open. Just give me a heads up so I can have a babysitter and make time to go in to speak with you guys. And I didn't hear back from her for like, this was back in July. I didn't hear back from her for a while. And I told my husband, like, I guess it just wasn't gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
It's okay. And he was like, it's okay, babe. Like, you're doing great, like whatever. So I was like, okay. So then out of nowhere, she's like, I'm sorry, we had a leak. It's time, you need to come in on Thursday at 1 p.m. Me and my husband are gonna meet with you. And I was just like, it's really happening. Like, it's really happening right now. And I was just like, I'm gonna go in there. My sister was like, just keep an open mind. Don't say yes, don't say no. Just put things on your notes, like whatever questions they ask you, just be honest. Like, va a estar bien si Dios quiere, like va a trabajar todo. And I was like, okay. And I went in there, like, just provide, like, telling them about my business, like what I do, like it's my passion. I enjoy cooking. Like I want to make people feel healthy, feel better about themselves. Like I want to give good vibes out, you know? So they loved me and I love them. Like they're so nice. They're amazing people. And they were like, "How about we start buying some meals and selling them here and like whenever you're ready, like we can bring you into the cafe and it could be part of Maria's Meal Preps at Inside Prime." And I was like, okay. So we talked about numbers and everything. And I went home and I was just like, this is really going to happen. Like, I'm going to make it happen. And I told my husband and he was like, yeah. Like, and my mom was like, we're all here for you. Like, we're going to support you. Like, if you need loan, if you need what support, like whatever you need, like we want you to be successful. And she was like, you've been so patient this whole time dealing with so many crazy things, like you deserve this and you've been working really hard. So I was so emotional and I was just like, well, first let's see if these people like my food, you know? Like, so I went and I took meals there and I had friends and people like share my posts on Facebook because I started networking and I was like, these meals need to be sold like in one day, you know? So I think right now they probably have like, they're low already because I had people go by that wanted to buy them and they went and bought meals from them. So it's something that I'm looking forward to. And
so is this a gym or what type of facility
so
is this?
it's a wellness fitness center. They provide like IV therapy. They have a gym. They have a personal trainer. They have they do eyebrows. They do facials. They do a lot more things. Like I think they do like the owner, he used to be a football player for the Broncos, I believe. So he won like a championship Super Bowl.
Okay.
So he's the one that trains like the athletes that go there. So they have a full gym. I went for the IV therapy, and then they have like they just provide so many
kinds of services.
Yeah, all kinds of services. Where like it's a one-shot place, and they were just waiting for meals. So now they're gonna be able to provide food, drinks, and it's an actual cafe where you can go sit down, have lunch. So as soon as we're done dealing with paperwork, like I'll be in there full time to where I'll be cooking the meals from there and I can have people come in on their lunch break and go and have a healthy lunch or take meals that they didn't have time to order online. And you can actually bag up your meals and take them out from there.
From this cafe.
And we're still going to be doing the deliveries, contactless delivery. So you're still able to order online and you'll be able to go in person and shop and take your own things or sit down and have your lunch there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I have a lot of ideas and things I want to do. So this is just like the little push I needed, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not ready for this. Like, no, like I'm scared. And my mom's like, if you don't take this chance right now, like you're never going to get it again. Or you don't know when you're going to get it again. So do it. Like, just do it. And I was just like, okay. My mom said I have to do it. So I'm just like, okay, like, I'm just going to give it
and what mom says is goes.
Yes, I'm just like, okay, like, I'm going to give it a try. And they're honestly so amazing. They're so kind, so down to earth. Like, my friends that have gone to go visit the facility, they're like, they gave me a tour of the whole thing. They were like, they have so many things that are like, I didn't know. I believe they have like Botox and like laser machines and stuff for like women and men and stuff like that. I'm not really too sure, but they gave them like pamphlets with like all the things that they provide there for them. So it's amazing. And it's like,
So is there an official date?
not yet. We just said yes. I just agreed on it on Monday. We still need to sit down, talk about
All the little details.
all the little details. Yeah, rent. So I'll be in there, hopefully praying, if not by the end of next month, the following month, which the winter is the slowest month for any type of fitness related
Yeah.
companies, just because people kind of fall off in the winter. But once I'm in there, I can provide like hot detox soup, teas, detox teas, warm chili. I can do like a chicken soup, just ideas of things that I can still do with a healthy, like a healthy mind, but like for meal preps where you're able to still come in and enjoy food or get it delivered to your home. But yeah, hopefully by next month, or if not that, the following. But for now, you are able to walk into Prime and purchase meals, and all the nutrition facts are listed on our website. So you just visit our website, and whatever meals you want to pick out to keep your macros on check, you just take a screenshot, and you could just have that on your phone so you can look back on it to know the nutrition facts of each meal.
Yeah, it's very easy. I've been doing it, I think, for a month already.
Yes.
And so basically what I do, I just go on her page on Instagram, click on the link, and it takes me right to the website, place my order every Wednesday. The meals get delivered to my house on Saturdays, and I'm set.
Yes.
So far, none of the meals have been disappointing.
Aw,
I mean,
gracias.
seriously, no te lo estoy nomás diciendo porque estás aquí. No, I'm being honest.
Aw, thank you.
All the meals are really good. I have no complaints. And I want to I want to thank you because you do make my life so much easier. It was just like a load that I was able to take off my back because I was stressing over it. It was really bringing me down. I mean, we all want to look good. We all want to feel good, and it's
Yes.
hard when life gets busy, when life gets hectic. It's hard to be able to take care of yourself, and I was having trouble with that.
Yeah.
So yes, your business, your meals were a big blessing in my life, and they continue. I look forward
Thank you.
to eating them. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You too.
It's really, really nice to see a fellow Latina, a fellow savage boss babe, like doing your thing, killing it. It's so inspiring. And seriously, you've motivated me so much today to hear a little bit of your story, from how you started, what you went through, what you've had to overcome, and to get to this point. It gives me hope as a small business owner, and people who are listening and watching who either want to start or have already started. It gives us hope. It gives us, it's inspiring because we have something to look forward to. Like, it's rough in the beginning. You're going to have some challenges, you're going to have some hurdles, but at the end, there is a reward. Yes. And it's so empowering to see that happening in your life.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Thank you.
I was like, man, this lady runs a coffee shop and she does podcasts and YouTube. I'm like, she's awesome. I just love being like meeting new people, and like, why not work together to make each other successful? That's like the main goal at the end of the day, for everyone to be successful, especially being small business owners. We got to have each other's backs, because in order to be successful, you have to be open-minded and be able to make new friends. So I think of you as a friend now, just because you've welcomed me into your little studio, and like, I really appreciate all of this. Like, it's really awesome.
Thank you. And I hope that this helps, in whatever little way.
Yes, it will, in a long way. I'm going to look back in this like years later. I'm like, oh my God, I remember that one time.
Thank you so much for being here with us, for sharing your story, opening your heart. For those that are listening and watching, where can they follow you? What's your social media handles? How can they contact you?
So our Instagram, Facebook name is Maria's Meal Preps _. It's all one word. It's all together. We do have a website that you're able to order from. We post a new menu every Monday at noon. And it's mariasmealpreps.com. Super easy. Everything has the same name. It's all together. Our cutoff time is on Thursday, and we deliver on Saturday from 9 to 3, doorstep delivery. You're also welcome to pick up or purchase meal preps at Prime Wellness Fitness Center. So,
and soon you'll be able to see her pretty face
yes,
there
every
in the
day
cafe.
I'm like, come eat lunch with me. Yes.
And check out all the other services that they offer.
Yes, we also have a TikTok just to make it fun. I like to make the little videos with my food, and it's Maria's Meal Preps _ on TikTok. So, yeah.
How cool. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
I look
Thank you.
forward from now until next year. Maybe you'll have to come back and we'll do another episode.
Reunion.
Yes.
For sure. I will gladly be here. Hopefully with
you.
more things to provide.
With more information to share.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching, for listening. That's it for us. Until next time.
Mwah.